It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I'm your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can also download that Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us on the go wherever you are. We're also streaming live on YouTube where you can see me pulling up my socks. I hate when my socks start to ride low. I like to wear my socks high, so I always have to pull them up high. Even if they're not showing, it just feels uncomfortable to me. But go check us out on YouTube. Search up Kern Radio. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and come along with us live every single day. You're going to want to do that. We're sharing tons of more content on there. We got some shorts up. We're taking interview excerpts out, and you can just watch interviews. We're going to be doing all that. So go over to our YouTube and subscribe. Also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Look up Kern Radio. I'm also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR, broadcasting live from the Kern Radio studios, powered by Adaptive Networks. For all your IT needs, call Adaptive Networks at 661-241-0638, helping us stay on the air and get you all of that content online, all thanks to Adaptive Networks. We got a great show for you lined up today. Boy, do we. Plenty to talk about. We will discuss national news. Sometimes we do that here. Iran is obviously in the news. We'll get around to that. Did they threaten the president? We'll discuss. Greenland and Denmark was in the White House today. We'll tell you what happened there, what came of that meeting. Trans athletes, we didn't get to it yesterday as the Supreme Court was taking up the hearing. We'll tell you what happened, give you my thoughts. You guys are always welcome to participate and share in that. And we'll talk a little bit of sports with our man Chris Burdick from the Early Bird Special. You can hear them 7 to 9 a.m. every morning on our sister station, KGEO Sports Talk, 1230 a.m., 101.1 FM. You can also find them on YouTube. Just search up the Early Bird Special. We'll talk some sports. And also Disneyland and Disney execs said no to a Tomorrowland redo. I know. What? I know. I'll you have to listen. I'll explain why they said no and what that means for Tomorrowland. Ask me, you should just rename it to Yesterdayland because it's outdated.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, it's way outdated. So we'll get to that story as well here locally. You heard in the top of the hour news, a school board meeting. No, not the Kern High School District Board of Trustees. Let's not get our boards confused here. Kern High School District Board of Trustees, that's the one that has Kathy Scrivner sitting on it. That one we'll get to. The other one was the Board of Education. And apparently a big dust up in there was going on, as you heard in our news at the top of the hour. A fight over PragerU. We'll tell you what PragerU is, what it isn't, and should it be allowed in schools. And I took a drive down South H Street today. Not purposely, not trying to do any reconnaissance and trying to figure out, oh, is this really what we need going down South H? I was just happening to drive down South H from 24th Street to Brundage. I'll tell you what I saw and what I think needs to be done down South H, if anything. But we'll have to lead with what everybody now is leading with, what we have been talking about, not only on this show, but on this station for about 3 weeks at least. It is the now bipartisan calls, not just for the charges to be changed against Zach Scrivner. And I'm sorry if you don't know what we're talking about. I always do this. I always just start talking about the topic and assume that everybody knows about the Zach Scrivner case, former Kern County supervisor, incident that happened back in April of 2023, 24. Up at his house in Tehachapi. His mom was there. The sheriffs arrived only because his aunt, the district attorney, called the sheriff, and he sent out his deputies, and then there was rumors, and now we're almost. I am certain they are not rumors, that she is on tape, on the body cam footage from the sheriff's deputies that night. According to Kern County Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, as he stated on this station on the Ralph Bailey Show, that she walked in while the boys, the two, at the time, both of them were juveniles. I think the oldest one is 18. But the two juveniles being interviewed by the deputies, and Grandma Scrivner walks in and says, "What's going on here?" And I'm paraphrasing. And everybody keeps saying that the sheriff directly quoted the video. I don't know if he directly quoted the video or if he was just explaining kind of what was happening and what was said. I'm not going to say they were direct quotes unless Donnie wants to text me and tell me, yeah, JR, those are direct quotes. But Kathy Scrivner walked in, was there before the deputies. How she got there before the deputies, again, more questions than answers. But she walks in while the boys are being questioned or interviewed about what happened. And she says, "What's going on here?" Well, hold on. Be careful what you say. Let's be quiet here. And the deputies turned and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, that is against the law to dissuade witnesses from speaking to investigators." She responds with, and again, I'm just paraphrasing, I know. But this has already become a bigger mess than it needs to be. 17 tracked her down after the Kern High School Board of Trustees meeting. That was Tuesday night, or wait, Monday night. Was that Monday night? What's day? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, Monday night. In which her response was, "I don't know anything about that." Now, that's a great way to answer the question, because she could be responding to, "I don't know anything about the sheriff saying that on the Ralph Bailey Show." I'm assuming she doesn't listen. But she knows. And I am still working to get my hands on, I've been told, not officially, they have until next Wednesday, I guess, to respond to my Freedom of Information Act in regards to releasing the body cam footage. I also asked for the reports, the initial report and investigation, and the complete report and investigation that was sent up to the state. I've been told I probably won't get those either. Something about there's juveniles involved, which is crazy to me, because when you compare it, like I said yesterday, to the other supervisor case where her husband went crazy and is getting mental health diversion for threatening kids, that report got released. So why can't I get the report? So I'll ask again. But now there's new calls from different elected officials, most notably Senator Shannon Grove, who spoke out last week on the charges against Zach Scrivner and why was he charged this way. Now she's making new arguments or statements on social media calling for Kathy to step down. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody, now screaming and yelling like I was 3 weeks ago about how this is taking place and how from the very beginning, this woman has tried to cover this up. That's always been my biggest argument. Yeah, there's other things to question. Yeah, you can ask why the state, why state? Why didn't you charge him the way you did? Why didn't you bring in the other doctor to refute the claims? I can't take on the state. I mean, I can, but I'll start at the county first and get the stuff I need, because this whole family needs to just step away. Step away. And I called yesterday. Everybody else that sits next to her on that board of trustees, has any one of them turned to her and said, "Is this true?" Is any one of them that are also mandated reporters that are sworn oath to protect children, has any one of them turned and asked her, "Is this true? Should you be here?" So I'm calling for pressure not only on Kathy Scrivner, but the whole board of trustees. And if you guys want to help apply the pressure, guess what? Next meeting, February 2nd. Mark it on your calendars. I bet you she won't be there. Yeah, she showed up on Monday because all of this was still just two radio hosts inside of a small little studio on Easton Drive, screaming and yelling at their microphones. I'm referring to myself and Mr. Bailey, that is. But 3 weeks later, everybody's screaming at it. Everybody wants to hoot and holler. Good. We'll keep putting on the pressure. And I bet you now that pressure has gotten louder and louder and louder than just two radio hosts, she won't show up to that February 2nd meeting. But you know who else is? The rest of that school board of trustees. The rest of those trustees will be there, and you put pressure on them. Because if she is still sitting on that board come February 2nd, we need to pack that place out. This is far from over. You might have, what's the word I'm looking for? Gotten one over on the court system with your mental health diversion. And the scary part is who's to say that if they do charge Kathy, she doesn't use the same route, because she got to be crazy to do some stupid stuff like that. Keep applying the pressure. Even if it doesn't change in the courts, we can change it in the community. We can get these people to step down. In my opinion, the district attorney, Cynthia Zimmer, if she knows, if she can read, what is it they say? Read the tea leaves. If she can read the tea leaves, she will not be running again this year for re-election. She will not. And if she does, because I don't know who said it, I think Ralph was telling me that Teresa Goldner said, "Oh yeah, I think she can get reelected." You know, it's the first thing I ask her, because I would love nothing more for her to run for reelection, have opponents, and me interview every single one of them to force her to have to come in here and talk to me. The first thing I'm going to ask her, if this was your case and it was anybody else, how would you have prosecuted it? How would you have charged him? And she can't answer it. She can't answer it. Automatic. You're gone. You're out. Let's not even get into your soft on crime and everything else that JR rags on you about. Your every plea deal for every single DUI offender in this town. Let's not even go down those roads of you finding an excuse as to why you don't prosecute misdemeanors. Let's just forget about all of those questions that JR has. And we'll just start with the Zach Scrivner case. And she won't be able to answer. And if anybody that runs against her is smart, That's the only thing they keep harping on. So they might have, again, gotten one over on the court system, but not the community. We still have the power to get rid of them. Kathy Scrivner, you need to step down immediately, right now. Cynthia Zimmer, don't run for re-election. I'm not going to stand here and say you need to get out the way and step down right now either. I'm not going to go that far just yet. But do not run for re-election. We still hold the power to get rid of this family. And go sign the petition. It's still up at change.org. Just search Scrivner. It'll pop right up. I don't know if we'll ever get all the answers, because it seems like every time we get another answer, it's like 3 more questions pop out of that answer. And it's just a sad, sad case. And it's the excuse, the reason I'm getting as to why I can't get my tapes, why I can't get the reports, because juveniles involved, JR, and we have to protect the juveniles. Well, what do you think I am doing? Because nobody else in that family is trying to protect those juveniles except for maybe mom. So don't even use that excuse, trying to protect the minors. We could do better. Get to a break. We'll talk about the other school board meeting. This one, the Kern County Board of Education. And the controversies circulating there with PragerU, all that. And we'll get into Prop 50. The Ninth Circuit has made a decision on that. Maybe get into Iran and Greenland and Denmark. Trans athletes. And why Disneyland is not going to do Tomorrowland. Sad, sad, sad. All that coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The round.
What's up, y'all? Hello, hello, hello. Let's go, let's go. What's up, DJ Chavez? GJ. Just seen the Shaw meet with Lindsey Graham on video. If you want, I will post it on your X account. Yeah, set it up, Gordon. That'd be good at the federal look of the Zach Scrivner case. State did it wrong. Hopefully they will. Iranians, citizens should be proud of their courage. Man, they are, and that's the thing. And I'll get into it when if we have enough time about Iran, and like people in this community, they were trying to compare the way that ICE has been handling protesters to the way that Iran is handling protesters, which is just, yeah. Okay. Do we know who Iran is? Like, do we really want to go down that road? Not that America is clean of all kinds of wrongdoings, but let's not compare to Iran, please. But yeah, because Iranian citizens are putting their lives on the line just for being in the streets, just for speaking out. Like, and not just, one, protester tried to run over an Iranian soldier and they shot her. No, they're just killing them in the streets. So it's not the same. I've been watching it since Sunday afternoon. Those people are serious. Corruption scandal, Bakersfield. Yup. Oh, goodness gracious. It doesn't even feel like a Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is anymore, you guys. I really don't. Sorry, we did have a doctor scheduled today because it is Wellness Wednesday. I don't want to go without mentioning that. But as is with doctors, you guys know something happens. How am I supposed to be like, no, 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 we need you. You can't cancel the interview. I don't care if you have a patient. So I apologize.
Like the legend of the Phoenix.
Okay.
All ends with beginnings.
Is that Pharrell? Is that who that is?
It's either him or Nile Rodgers. I can't remember which one starts the song.
That's probably
That's for
Pharrell. Yeah.
because there were two singles.
Right. From the Fugees all started passed away. What was his name? John Forte. Passed away yesterday, I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was in that song Staying Alive. Remember Wycliffe John redid the Staying Alive song?
Yeah.
And he goes, John Forte. And he started, that guy passed away. Unfortunately, I think it's also LL Cool J's birthday today. But don't play LL Cool J. I was never a big LL Cool J fan.
Either.
Never was. Like
I like him as an actor, but not as a hip hop artist.
I don't even know if I like him as an actor.
Have you watched the NCISs with him in it? He's actually pretty good.
He's no Ice-T.
That is kind of what he's trying to bank on here, isn't it?
And he's not that good. He gets a lot of credit that I don't think he deserves as far as moving the hip hop movement. And just,
unpopular opinion, he was only big because he was good looking.
I mean, Chris said it, not me. I'm not gay.
Look, dude, I am not homosexual.
Trying to play sports with the girls, Chris?
Look better than me. I can tell you that.
But no, I don't play all of that. As a matter of fact, I was driving around today. I had to go pick up my niece's son on the east side. And then that's when I drove back down South 8th Street. But I was just putting on, what was it, last night or the night before? Maybe it was last night. We were driving, me and my daughter. We're going to one of her friends' flag football games. And so I like to try to introduce her to new music. And by new music, I mean old music, like my music. So I go into the 90s. And she's just like, oh my gosh. But some of them she knows. Like, what was it? No Scrubs by TLC comes on. She's like,
of course.
She's like, I know this one. You got to stop riding in the car with your mom, kid. And so, but then it got me going, oh, well, I want to listen to this music or that music. It takes me back a little bit. And so today when I was driving by myself, I put on 90s alternative. And I was going to tell you to play, what is it? Third Eye Blind. Is one of the, but not this week. What I've decided we'll do is we're going to take a little trip through the eras. No, not Taylor Swift style.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, we're gonna start with the 90s, just because that's where I really started loving music. So we're gonna start with, maybe next week we'll start going into like a 90s alternative mode, just all week. 90s alternative.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? 90s hip hop. And then we'll even slide into the 80s a little bit, maybe early 2000s. But then I just cut it off after.
Yeah, no, that's where we cut it off.
Yeah. I mean, there's still good music being made. Don't get me wrong.
I'll throw Kendrick in there every so often.
Yeah, Kendrick's good. J. Cole's coming out with a new album.
He is. I heard that.
Yeah. Excited for that one. Bruno Mars is also coming out with a new album.
Although, is J. Cole going to hit hard anymore?
He
backed out from this whole thing.
He's good. I'm down with
it. He ran like a little Easter egg. Can't say he didn't.
Chris said it, J. Cole, not me. Got to get to a break. On the other side, we'll talk a couple of state and national stories. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. Hey, Daniel, are you up here, D-Boy? Where you at, D-Boy? I got your message. Run DMC. Yes. Yes. Who is that? David? David Bourbon, Run DMC? Down with Run DMC. I'm also down with the Beastie Boys. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go into because it made me start to think of all the music that I was listening to, and I had it. She was in the car. For some reason, it went into just the sappy love songs of the 90s, like some Matchbox, like the slower Matchbox 20, and even John Mayer. So John Mayer comes on, and it's Free Fall. He redid Free Fallin', Tom Petty. And it comes on, as you can see it, and it comes on. She's like, "Oh, Free Fallin', I know this one." And if you've ever listened to John Mayer's version of Free Falling as compared to Tom Petty's version of Free Falling, it's much more slowed down. And she just looks at me and says, "No, this isn't Free Falling. That's not the way he's not singing it right." No, you're right. You're right, but he's not singing it right. So yeah. What did I hold on? JJ Flacco, why was Zach not booked in the Kern County Jail? Who authorized this decision? Yeah, no, you're right, JJ. You're right. I'll bring that up in the next segment. But yeah, it made me laugh. So I'm trying to introduce her to all the music that I listened to as a teenager growing up, and even into my early 20s. And so I said we're going to get into some 90s, some early 2000s, some late 80s. Maybe even when we're in the 80s, we'll slide into one-hit wonders of the 80s. Just take you guys back. Take you back to a time when things seemed so much simpler, didn't they? Didn't they? But you guys can 80s metal. But go ahead and make your request if you guys want to hear stuff. We're starting with 90s grunge and alternative. What did I have on today? What was the first thing that came on? Well, Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. What was the other one that came on? I guess I can look on my Spotify. Let's see. Semi-Charmed Life, Third Eye Blind, Inside Out, Eve 6. You guys remember that one? Smashing Pumpkins, Bullet with Butterflies. Jeremy came on, Pearl Jam, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana, Everlong for the Foo Fighters, Basket Case, Green Day, Black Hole Sun, just Oasis, Everlast, Creep. You guys remember all the good stuff from the 90s. Garbage. So if you guys got requests for 90s grunge and alternative, get them in for next week. Vanilla Ice, JJ. I'm not even sure what genre Vanilla Ice falls under. Like, for real. Oh, come on.
Gonna find you and make you want me. Now that I escaped, those who can relate know the world ain't kick. Jail bars ain't go.
Come back. Little Fugees. Coming. I love the Fugees. That's some good stuff. Man, I like I was telling the people in the chat during the break, I've just been driving around and I go, okay, I want to remember all these songs that I used to listen to as I was showing my daughter. So I told them, Chris, if you get inundated with requests, I apologize. But I told them starting next week, we're starting with 90s grunge and alternative. If they would put in requests, they could.
I'm all for it. Makes my job easier.
We'll go through. We'll do an Eras tour. Don't sue me, Taylor. As we go down memory lane, starting the new year on the JR Show. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. That's the number if you want to jump into text line, or you can call it anytime, talk about anything we've talked about or anything that you want to talk about. This is your show, by the way. Do we have anything on the text message board, sir?
I got two here.
What you got?
First one says, JR, why was
Yes.
he not booked? The sheriff stated he was never booked into jail. Who named the call?
JJ asked the same question in the chat on YouTube. He said, JR, he was never booked. Who got to make that decision? He was never placed in cuffs. And the sheriff stated that on the Ralph Bailey show the other day. He stated it more than once. I think last time, a couple weeks ago, when he was on with Ralph again, he gave his explanation as to why he didn't arrest Zach that night, claiming that he didn't have anybody that was going to be able to charge him. He knew that the district attorney wasn't going to be able to place charges on Zach Scrivner because of her conflict of interest, and he couldn't get a hold of any other counties that would take it up. And the state, on the first phone call, they denied it. They didn't want anything to do with it. It wasn't until later that the sheriff told Ralph, it was, I believe, San Luis Obispo County finally said, yeah, we'll take it up. And that's when the state decided, no, we got it. Now, people get arrested all the time without charges. And as much as I want to give the sheriff grace, I do question if it had been anybody else that was, at least according to reports and the investigation and the criminal charges, he was under the influence. He was intoxicated that evening. He was high on psychedelics, I believe the report says. If you or I, regardless, and had we had illegal weapons, I believe, would have never walked away that night. I don't even think I would have been given a ride to Mary Kay Shell. I probably would have been. You probably would have been. Anybody else probably would have been. Sheriff, I know you're probably listening, but would have been taken in. We would have been placed in handcuffs and taken either downtown into detox. So I think it's a valid question. Do I think it rises to the level of a cover-up or what Grandma Scrivner is doing? No, not at all. I don't blame the sheriff for taking the phone call that night. I don't blame the sheriff for not hanging up on Cynthia Zimmer, the district attorney. What would you have the sheriff do? Like, really, if somebody calls with an emergency, regardless if the sheriff knows them or not, I think the sheriff has a duty to respond to that call. Now, this call just so happened to come from the district attorney about her nephew, who is a supervisor. And she probably got the call from one of the kids, and we still don't know how the district attorney was notified. Do we? Was it Kathy that called the district attorney? Was it one of the kids that called the district attorney? Again, more questions, few answers. So while, yes, I agree with you, he should have been placed in cuffs that night. He should have been arrested. He should have been booked, with or without knowing you could put charges on somebody. Yeah. If it were anybody else, you're absolutely right. We would have been in jail. He would have been out 48 hours later, because I believe that's the amount of time you can hold somebody without charges. But from the time, and I believe Donnie confirmed that his deputies did drop off at that time, Supervisor Zach Scrivner at Mary Kay show. Thank God, because if not, who knows who would have taken him or who, if he ever really got there. Because remember, after Mary Kay Shell, he disappears. Nobody sees Zach for months. Nobody hears from him for months until he pops up one day at Cal State. Apparently has enough mental health capacity to take classes. Which is mind-boggling to me. Hell, I'm not an attorney, and I could have done a better job than the state did in that courtroom. My goodness. 661-842-5376. You said we've got a phone call, sir?
We do.
Who do you got?
Cindy's online.
Cindy! How's it going?
Hello, JR.
Hello, Cindy. How are you? My favorite Democrat.
I'm sitting here watching Fox News and just laughing here and there. You know, I was looking for a comedy channel and I found it. But
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah, it's nice.
Anyway, when I was listening.
Were they showing the video of the president flipping people off? No, they didn't show that video.
No, they were showing something with the mayor of Minneapolis,
Ah.
Tim Walz or something.
Oh, that guy in his potty mouth.
Anyway, yeah. Well, the president is low class. So what do you expect? But anyway, I was going to say this thing with Zach Scrivner.
Yes.
I don't know the full details, so I'm not really sure exactly what happened because I heard so much stuff. But speaking on now, Kathy is his mother, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it seems to me that people are all upset against her because they can't get to him. If they feel that, oh, he was in charge properly, so hey, we can't get him, let's go after her, Kathy Scrivner, and make her lose her job. And I think that's wrong. That's like that's like a knee-jerk reaction.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why I'm upset with Kathy Scrivner?
I think because you're claiming that she's.
No, there's no claim. I didn't claim that, Cindy. Now you sound like Kathy Scrivner, that the media is circulating these rumors. I didn't claim anything.
I haven't said what you're claiming.
Okay, what am I claiming, Cindy? What am I claiming?
I know you claim that she is a mandated reporter.
That's not a claim. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay.
She is. However, I just think it just seems like it's kind of going after her because they can't get to him. Because I don't know what she said and how she said it because I wasn't there and I haven't heard the tape don't lie.
Right. And I don't think the sheriff does either.
Right. Well, the sheriff did say that he heard it.
He watched it. He watched the tape himself.
Yeah, he said, but like I said, it's open to interpretation until I hear it. But the point is,
I've asked for the tape, Cindy. They don't want to give me the tape.
Okay, JR.
So we can't see it. That's why I want the tape, so I can see it for myself. So I can say, yes, she did say this, and she does need to be charged. Anybody that's involved in a cover-up needs to be charged. And it's not because I think that we can't go after Zach. I think we can go after both of them at the same time. I'm still putting pressure on the state as to why they haven't charged Zach Scrivner with the way they should have charged him and why they didn't charge his mother with obstruction of justice. I think we can both do both at the same time, Cindy.
Okay.
I know that's hard for a county worker to comprehend, to do two things at the same time.
Former county worker. I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. That was a low blow, Cindy. I apologize.
And by the way, county workers are some of the
hardest working people.
But anyway, listen.
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. All I'm simply saying is we should not, or you guys should not be having that knee-jerk reaction.
So she shouldn't be held accountable for the crimes that she committed. That's what you're telling me. You sound just like a liberal, Cindy.
Wait a minute. I thought she was innocent until proven guilty. Right?
She's not even being charged, so we can't even put her.
But you just said those words.
Yeah, because if I have a state prosecutor inside of a courtroom testifying that that's what she said, if I have the sheriff of my county who I trust to tell me the truth is saying that, yes, JR, she is on tape saying that.
You know what? That's all.
And it's all just hearsay. It's all just media spreading rumors. It's just two guys in a radio studio that want to boost ratings. I don't care about my ratings, Cindy. I don't care about views on YouTube. I don't care about social media. This isn't about me. This is about the Scrivner family and the corruption they have done in this town, and they need to go.
Hold on, JR. All I'm simply saying is she needs to be given a chance to defend herself.
She has. She's been asked. She's been asked several times, and she refuses to speak.
Right, because she has the right not to.
No, actually, I take that back, Cindy. A matter of fact, I take that back. The first statement she made, she denied it ever happening. She said that never happened. I would never do such a thing. And then the sheriff came out and called her out and said, I have it on tape. And now she wants to say, I don't know anything about that. I just so happens that I don't know anything about that. Maybe I need mental health.
Well, that's another subject for a different day. But the thing is this, though.
Only you, Cindy. Only you.
Hold on. Maybe she said something.
I think you're I thought we would find something to agree on, Cindy. And you, of all people, have found one way to disagree with everybody else on the Zach Scrivner's case.
No.
Only Cindy.
All I'm saying is she needs to be given the opportunity to defend herself.
She has. She has. But she won't, because they're not going to press charges. They'll never have that chance, Cindy, because they're never going to bring her in.
Not the court of public opinion. She needs to be given.
Well, if the court of law won't do it, we will. How about that?
Do not weaponize your political affiliation against someone.
I don't have no political affiliation, Cindy. I'm a no party preference. She's a Republican. I shouldn't even be attacking her. I should be supporting her.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be.
But you know me, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a Democrat, a Republican. If you screwed up, I'm going to call you out. Nobody is holding anybody accountable in this town, Cindy, and that is my job to do that.
Listen, we should just be giving her an opportunity to defend herself.
Well, she's more than welcome to come on this show. If you have her phone number, she is more than welcome to come on and defend herself.
But on your show,
and if she wants to, and she wants to claim that she wants to somehow claim that I'm disparaging her name and tries to sue me or whatever, we can do it in the court of law that way too.
Yeah.
Come at me. Come at me.
You need to come down here. You know, I'm so tired of being the voice of reason. You're quite old. Don't you think? All the ranting and raving. All I'm saying is,
damn, I fell out my chair, y'all. I'm sorry.
Give this woman a chance.
Let me pick myself up off the chair.
That's all I'm saying.
I got to pick myself up off the floor, Cindy.
Well,
Cindy's the voice of reason.
You guys are so agitated towards her.
Yes, because there's minors involved, Cindy, because there's a little girl that...
I don't even know what happened with all of that. I'm not even sure.
Okay.
I'm simply saying, give her a chance to defend herself in a court of law.
She's more than welcome. Okay. Well, then, then if I am calling for somebody to press charges on her, then that is me giving her the opportunity to step into the court of law and to defend herself.
She doesn't have to defend herself against you, though, if she doesn't want to. That's what your problem is. You think she needs to answer to you.
She doesn't need to answer to me, Cindy. She needs to answer to the law. It's, again, I'll go back to my statement. It's not about me. I don't give a darn about this radio station. I do because it's my job and it pays the bills, but I don't care about my ratings. I don't care about views and clicks and who's going to click on this because JR said that. That doesn't even register in my lexicon. What matters to me is justice, Cindy, and justice has been denied to victims, and there's people standing in the way of that justice, and it's wrong, and it needs to be called out for what it is.
So you're saying,
and that is my job. That's my job, Cindy. That's what I get paid to do. And apparently you like it because you listen and.
Well, yeah, I like to, you sound like you have a cape on with your justice and truth and American way, which are all good things there. I'm simply saying, give the woman a chance.
So then, so what should I do, Cindy? What's your advice to me? Stop talking about it? Leave it alone? Let it go away?
You should control yourself, control your emotions, and look at facts. That's it.
I'm trying to. I've asked for the tapes because I want the facts. Exactly.
Okay. But in the meantime, you're going off the rails on the woman, That's all I'm saying. She's innocent until proven guilty. That's it.
You're right, Cindy. She's innocent until proven guilty.
Well, I'm glad we agree on one thing.
I'm glad we agree too, Cindy. I'm glad we found the voice of reason today. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that.
All right.
Enjoy.
And I'll call you tomorrow. Make sure you're still doing good.
I'll be right here. I got to go take some blood pressure medication, but I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Anytime.
that. Okay. Voice of reason, y'all. Cindy. Damn, fell out my chair, hit the ground. Cindy's tired of being the voice of reason. Does anybody within earshot agree with Cindy? Please, please chime in. I beg of you. Just when I didn't think she could get any crazier. One topic I thought we all agreed on. There's always the one outlier. And of course, it's Cindy. We love her. She's great for radio. I got to get to a break. Cindy's right. I need to calm down. New year, same JR. Maybe I'll talk about something that makes me happy in the next segment. Disneyland. Although them not wanting to redo Tomorrowland doesn't make me happy. So maybe I need to cool off on that one too, Chris. Maybe I'll find a different happy story. Let's see. Do I have happy stories? Happy stories. Transgender athletes. Prop 50. Board of Education. Nope. Sorry. Check back tomorrow, Cindy. Voice of reason. Got to get to a break. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back. Woo! Fell out my chair. Voice of reason. Man. I'm a Kiss fan. You going to play Limp Bizkit? Yes, I'm going to play Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit used to be one of my favorite bands, Mary. My favorite bands used to be Limp Bizkit. You kidding me? Yeah. Play I'm Bad by LL. All right, D-Boy. Hey, Chris. Hey, can you play I'm Bad by LL Cool J? Come on. Just do it. He's going to do it. That is actually a pretty good song. My favorite day in the 90s was December 31st, 1999, 12 a.m. I got arrested for calling a BPD officer Papa Chulo outside of the alley cat. Oh, man, JJ, that's funny. Oh, man. Oh, man. So maybe I ain't tough enough to hang with y'all. Oh, man. Cindy, the voice of reason, you guys. If Cindy is a county employee, that explains some of our issues. She's retired now. She's retired. She since has retired. Oh, my gosh. Cindy has previously stated on Ralph's show that she used to work for DHS. She knows what qualifies as a mandated reporter. Yes, she does. And that's what's crazy is she knows. Like that's by law, she has to report that. So not only did she break the law by not reporting it, she did double by trying to impede it. Gosh. But I just need to calm down. I need to relax. That was funny. What's up, Chris Orr? Started high school lacrosse practice last night. Fun. I got popped at 13 for stealing the hood ornament of cars. Chris Orr. I would have never. Wow. The things you learn about people. 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180. See if he's got it for you.
Now, back to the JR Show.
Maybe it was because he was always licking his lips. I'm bad. But this was probably my favorite song of LL Cool
Is
J.
he really bad though?
No,
I feel
he's
like
not.
He get punked by
No,
like
he punked hard.
everybody.
I'd punk him hard. You kidding me? Shoot.
Is there a story? If I remember correctly, is there a story where one of the like
Somebody
gangster
probably,
rappers
yeah,
punked
just
him?
punked him probably. Shout out to happy birthday to LL Cool J. Better actor probably than rapper, and that's not saying much. But that was for our boy. That was for D Boy. He requested that song in the chat, so I thought I'd give him only because it's LL's birthday. That's the only reason. 661-842-KERN. Anything in the chats before I just make one more comment about Cindy?
Yeah, we got a couple text messages here, but real quick, just looking into this. Apparently, he was punked by a young rapper named Cannabis.
Oh yeah, I remember Cannabis was hard too, man. Cannabis is legit.
Yeah, I don't know Cannabis, but
yeah, Cannabis is good. He's one of those freestyle rappers that was real rappers, not the soft ones. Like, anyways, what are the people saying in the chats?
Did JR just say that Ice-T was a better actor than LL Cool J?
Okay, look, hey.
Oh boy, he probably likes a lot of B movies too.
I like Colors. He was good in Colors. He was in Colors, right?
I honestly
That's way before Chris's time, you guys. Sorry.
A little before me, yeah.
Yeah, Ice-T was in Colors, man.
This person also continues to say, a secure man knows another good-looking secure man. That's the natural part of the first impressions, nothing to do with homosexuality. Thank you.
You're gay too. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. You guys are gonna get me in so much trouble. I'm kidding. That's a joke. If you can't take a joke, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. What else you got?
It's not a cover-up. It's just massive favoritism with conflict of interest, of course. And there's definitely an abusive power and some kind of feeling of entitlement to softer treatment.
Yeah. And just one more comment before I run out of time here, and I'll try to get back to your guys' text messages. But Cindy knows that Kathy Scrivner is a mandated reporter. Meaning, if she knows of or sees or hears of any abuse to a child, she is mandated by the courts of law to report that. So one, not only did she fail by not upholding that oath that she took as a mandated reporter to not report the crime, but she has gone even a step further and has tried to impede the investigation of abuse of a child. So it's bad enough to say you're a mandated, it's one thing to say you're a mandated reporter and you didn't report this. It's another whole thing to know you're a mandated reporter and not say anything, but to stand in the way of an investigation. And you want to say that I'm just, JR, you're being too hard on the woman. You're being too hard. I know Cindy's a Democrat, but dang, that's even liberal for that. Goodness, I thought we all agreed on this one. 661-842-KERN. What else?
Just one more here. It says, JR, the only way you're going to get Cindy to agree with you is if you put her benefits in jeopardy because she's retired and living on the taxpayer now.
Cindy was a Hard County working employee. You kidding me?
Yeah, sure.
Just like all of them.
Right, yeah.
Working so hard. That was a little joke. Did you catch that one? I was like, I know it's hard for you to do two things at once because you're
that was very good.
County employee and everything, but some of us know how to multitask. And
the county workers need multiple people for one job.
One job.
That's great. That's the multitasking.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, you guys, I got to get out of here for the day. Go pick up my daughter from school, hang out. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to try to get outside, maybe spend some time at the park. If you guys ever see me out, feel free to say hi. Somebody yelled at me on Sunday. I was going to brunch at El Portel with my mom and the family. They were like, hey, JR, what's up? It's good to see you. Bless you, man. Yeah, bless you too. My daughter's like, who's that? No idea. Stay tuned. The Ralph Bailey Show is next. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN, Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM.
All right, you guys. I got Chris. You still blow me away. Still in hood ornaments.
This hour from Town Hall, I'm Keith Peters.
I'll never look at you the same, Chris Orr. Just saying.
A top Danish official
You guys
says
be
the
good out there.
agreement over Greenland
Like I said, it's a
remains
beautiful
with
day. Get
President
outside.
Trump.
We're gonna try to go to the
After
park, go on a
talks in
bike ride,
Washington with Vice
enjoy the
President
lovely
J.D.
weather.
Vance
You
and
guys be good,
Secretary of
okay?
State Marco Rubio.
Love you guys.
President Trump is insisting that the U.S. must acquire Greenland. More from White House correspondent Greg Clugston.